Helo a croeso i'r Ffrinj Llangollen. Dyn ni yn CircoPyro, enw fi DJ, a dyn ni'n gyffrous iawn i bod yma heddiw i dysgu ti sgiliau Circus. Hello and welcome to Llangollen Fringe. We are CircoPyro, my name is Jay, and we're very excited to be here today to teach you some circus skills. Felly, jyst cyn dyn ni dechrau dysgu sgiliau ninja, dyn ni'n mynd i cynnesu fyny bach efo ni'n dwylo ac ein mynydd, a jyst dechrau practisio wneud dau beth wahanol ar yr un pryd. So, just before we start learning our ninja skills, we're going to do a little bit of warming up using our hands and our brain, and just get used to doing two different things at the same time. Am y practice yma, yr unig beth dyn ni angen ydy bys, bawd a dau law. For this practice, all we're going to need is our finger, our thumb, and both hands. Then mynd i ddechrau, gan roi bawd I fyny, a we can pwyntio tuag ati. We're going to start by putting our thumb up and then pointing towards it. A wedyn, newid. And then, change. Rwan, mae mwy anodd na mae'n edrych. Nawn ni dechrau yn araf. It's harder than it looks. We're going to start quite slowly. Ond efo bach o practice, ni di bod o'r cyflym a hyn mewn ddim amser. With a little bit of practice, you'll be as fast as this in no time. Os oedd hynna yn rhy hawdd, if that was too easy, we'll move along quite quickly. Nawn ni symud ymlaen yn cweit gyflym. Ac rwan, da ni'n mynd i wneud bawd a bys bach. This time we're going to do thumb and little finger. Ag newid, a newid, a newid, a newid. So practisia y dau yma am chydig. Practice these two for a little bit. Because nesa, mae'n mynd yn mwy a mwy a mwy anodd. Because next, it's going to go more and more. Os da chi di cadw I fyny hyd at hyn, if you kept up to this point, da chi'n neud arbennig o dda. You are doing incredibly well. Mae pethau yma yn cymryd practice, a maen nhw yn anodd, ond fydd yr effaith yn enfawr ar ei sgiliau. So these things are hard, and they do take a little bit of practice, but the effect will be huge on your skills. Ddeud hynny, da ni'n mynd yn anoddach eto. Having said that, we are going to go harder again. Da ni angen y sharp yma, ac y sharp yma. We are going to need this shape and this shape. Da ni'n mynd I cychwyn yn y canol. Gael y llaw arall, and da ni'n mynd trwy y canol, a wedyn newid. We're going to go through the middle, and then change. So mae'r un yma yn cymryd lot mwy o'r ymenydd. This one does take a lot more of the brain, but after a while, you'll be fluid. Ar ôl dipyn, ni wedi bod yn arbennig o dda wneud hyn. Gobeithio mae pawb yn wneud yn dda. I'm hoping everyone's doing well. Ti'n gallu gweld dwi'n dechrau struggle wan. You will see that I'm going to start struggling now. Ond da ni'n mynd I cyfryd o fyny I level arall. We're going to take it up another level. Be da ni'n neud? Dau bys fel yma. Ac y dau bys yma. Ac newid. Mae hyn yn dechrau mynd yn anodd iawn. So these two fingers at the top, two fingers at the bottom, and change. These are starting to get really difficult for me too. Ond dwi'n gwybod dwi'n gallu neud o. But I know that you can do it. Am yr un ola, gennym ni challenge. For the last one, we have a challenge. Now, hyd yn oed fi ddim yn gallu neud hyn. Even I can't do this one. So os da chi'n gweld ni ar ôl hyn, dod I fyny at ni, a dangos fi yr un yma, na I ddeud yn bersonol, da chi'n gwech na fi. So, if you see us at any point after this, and you can do this one, and show me you can do this one, I will say personally that you are better than I am. Dyma ni, be da ni angen? Di bys cynta, a bys trydydd, ac ar y llaw arall, da ni isio bys bach a bys canolig. So what we want is our first finger and our ring finger, and on the other hand, we want our middle finger and our little finger. A ti'n gwybod beth dwi'n mynd I wneud? You know what I'm going to say. Newid. Change. Bron iawn, bron iawn. Dyna ni. Gweld, mae o'n anodd iawn. Ac unwaith eto. Dyna ni. Iawn. So ti'n gweld dwi'n suro, you can see that I'm struggling. So once again, if you come up to me and do this, I will hands down say that you're better than me. Os ti dod I fyny I fi a wneud hynna, yn golew, na I deud, da chi'n gwech na fi. A dyna ni, da ni wedi cynnesu fyny, and there we are, we're warmed up. A da chi yn barod i symud ymlaen i tricio mwy. You are ready to move on to bigger tricks, and I pass your ti ymlaen i gweddill o CircoPyro, and I'll pass you on to the rest of CircoPyro.
Hello, Llangollen and Fringe, and thank you so much for joining me here today. Croeso, pawb o Llangollen and Fringe. So, I'm Kieran from CircoPyro. For anyone you Kieran, dwi'n gweithio i'r Circus, CircoPyro. Today we're going to look at a classic circus prop called cigar boxes. Heddiw, rydyn ni am edrych ar triciau bocsio cigar. So, if you don't have this random circus prop in your house, don't worry. Os does gen ti'r prop yma yn dy ti, paid y poeni, oherwydd da ni am wneud i gyd o'r gweithio yma efo papur toilet. So, if you don't have this prop, it's no worries because we're going to do all of these tricks today with toilet rolls. Cool. Step one, I recommend that you get 3, and it's much easier to catch them if you squash the rolls like this. Felly, bydd angen 3, ac mae'n lot mwy hawdd i catch nhw os da chi'n squeeze nhw fel hyn. Awesome. And the first thing we're going to do is stack them on top of each other. Cool, so for this, you guys can join in. If you have your props ready, then let's get started. Os da chi'n barod i gychwyn, nawn ni gyd wneud hwn efo'n gilydd. So, yn gyntaf, stacking nhw fel hyn, ac just cymryd yr un top, a rhoi fel gwaelod. Cool, so we're just going to warm up with the most basic of exercises. And what we're doing is creating a good connection between this face and this face here. It's very important when you progress onto harder tricks. So, y peth da ni'n practisio fan hyn yw cael connection da rhwng y gwyneb yma ac y gwyneb yma. Ac y rheswm pam da ni'n gwneud hwn yw pryd ti'n progresio ymlaen i tricio lot mwy anodd, mae'n really helpu os da chi'n ddeall y connection yma. Awesome. Cool. So these can stay forever in this stack, but if we turn it sideways, this happens. Cool. Os ti'n stacio nhw ar ben ei gilydd, ond nhw'n gallu aros yma i gyd o'r amser da chi eisiau. Ond os ti'n troi fo, maen nhw'n ddisgyn. Felly, yn fama, yn y bronian ddim amser. Yn y fama, yn y lwyth. So beth sy'n digwydd os da ni fynd yn y canol rongolau yma? Dwi'n cael lepyn bach amser, ond mae rhaid controlio fo. Cool, so if we start playing between these two angles, like here, we can create more time. We've got more time to start looking at tricks. Cool. So y rheswm dwi eisiau edrych ar hwn yw, da ni cael mwy o amser i rhoi triciau i mewn. Felly, na ni gychwyn ar y tric yma. So first, I want you to just practice this. So thinking about this connection, and I want you to practice just taking the top one and you're going to turn it around. When this is comfortable, we can start doing it on the 45-degree angle. So pryd rydych chi'n cyfforddus, ti'n gallu cychwyn, wneud hwn ar yr ongl yma, ac os da chi'n meddwl mae hwn yn really hard a boring, dwi yn rhoi challenge i chi. Cool, so if you think this is really boring and slow, we're going to make it more challenging for you and start working on the horizontal. Cool, so practisio hwn, y tafliad bach yma, a dwi really yn trio i cael yr un yn y canol i aros yn syth. Cool, so I want you to start practicing this little throw now. and it is tricky. Now, I just want to try and keep the middle one as flat as possible. So I'm going to do a nice little lift, open and close. Cool, so the loo roll might spin. Now, we can use this to our advantage and start creating tricks like this, or like this. Iawn, so mae'r un yn canol isio spinio, ond da ni am trio yn cadw fo'n flat, neu da ni gallu trio flipio fo fel hyn, neu fel hyn, ac yn edrych fel hyn, neu fel hyn. Os da chi'n dropio llwyth, dwi'n really recommendio just practisio cael y connection yma. So if you're dropping a lot, I really recommend that you practice finding a good connection between the two faces. Awesome. And I'll give you one last trick to work on. Iawn, hwn bydd y trick ola yn y section yma. I'm going to create a throw, and then what I'm aiming to do is let go of the side, grab the middle, and then catch the one on the side. So be dwi'n trio wneud yw tafliad, a wedyn dwi'n gollwng yr un ar yn ochr, dal yr un yn y canol, a wedyn catcho fel hyn. So dyna'r theory, a dwi'n trio glanio fo rwan I chi. So that's the theory, and I just really hope that I catch this now. Woo! Oh. Byddwch yn barod I dropio llwyth. Be ready to drop a lot. It does happen. But if you have the power to just persist and try again, you will achieve amazing tricks. The only reason people develop into good artists is because they try again. Newch chi dropio lwyth, ond os ydych chi'n parhau, newch chi gael o. Yn y dyfodol. Mae rhaid jyst parhau a trio, a trio, a trio. Dwi'n really gobeithio rwy ti cael hwyl efo hwn. I really hope that you have fun with this. It will be challenging, but the success of landing a trick feels so good when you get it. Fydd hwn yn challenging, ond mae'r teimlad o glanio trick mor dda, a dwi'n really gobeithio rwy ti'n cael y teimlad yma. Diolch yn fawr. Thank you very much for joining me.
Hello, enw fi di Joe, dwi am addysgu chi sydd wedi juglo. Hey, my name's Joe, I'm here to teach you how to juggle. Dim ots os da chi efo peli juglo neu beidio, doesn't matter if you have your own juggling balls or not, I'm going to teach you how to do it with socks. Da chi tri, ideally, lliwiau gwahanol, a da ni'n cychwyn off efo un. Da chi eisiau dod yn arfer I just gael hyn. You're going to start off with just one, you ideally need 3 different colours if you can, and you're just going to get used to doing this. Newch yn siŵr bod nhw'n dod I tua level llygyd chi, and just mynd o un llaw I llall. Make sure it comes to about eye level and just goes comfortably from one hand to the other. Unwaith da chi gael hynna, da chi am symud ymlaen I 2. Once you've got that, you can move on to 2. Just get used to doing 1, 2. Just dewch yn arfer I wneud 1, wedyn 2. Unwaith da chi'n cyffyrddus efo hynna, da chi am trio cychwyn off efo'r un lliw bob tro. Once you're comfortable doing that, you're going to go on to starting with the same colour each time. So red, blue, red, blue, red, blue, red, blue. Mae hynna am helpu chi lot efo symud ymlaen I 3. That's going to help you out a bunch. Unwaith da chi gael hynna, da chi'n cyffyrddus yn neud o, da chi'n barod symud ymlaen I 3. Da chi'n gychwyn off efo 2 yn llaw cryfach chi. Once you've got that and you're comfortable with it, you're ready to move on to 3. You're going to start off with 2 in your stronger hand. The important thing to remember here is keep the rhythm. Peth pwysig I cofio, di cadw'r rhythm. Unwaith da chi efo hynna, chi'n gallu mynd am byth. Once you've got that, you can go on forever. And there you go, nice and easy. That's how you juggle. Nailed it. Unwaith da chi wedi gael hynna I gyd, da chi'n cario ymlaen, da chi'n practisio, gych chi'n gwneud pethau fel yma. Once you got that, you practice it, you keep getting better, you can do stuff like this.
Yn rhan... Helo, enw fi Tom, ac yn y rhan yma, da ni am dysgu balansio gyda pethau rhwng ti. My name's Tom, and in this part we're going to do bouncing with household objects. I cychwyn allan, da ni am defnyddio bag plastic. These are the easiest things to bounce with, and they're really good for learning. I balansio bag plastic, beth sy'n wneud, ydy dal o reit yn y gwylod ac yn y canol, trwy bys y bawd fel yna, a wedyn gyda'r llaw arall, tynnu fo fyny a wneud o hir. So what we're going to do is hold the bottom of the bag between finger and thumb, and with the other hand we're going to pull up, do it a couple of times, and then make the bottom a little bit flatter, and then you've got something that's really good for bouncing. Inside's better where there's no wind. I wneud balansio pethau'n haws, edrych ar y top o'r peth dach yn balansio. To make bouncing things easier, keep your eyes fixed on the top of the object, and it'll make it a lot easier. Os mae'r peth ti'n balansio yn rhy fyr, wneith o'n bod yn anodd. So gei di defnyddio wbath fatha llwy pren. Ond ti isio wbath hirach. If the thing you're trying to bounce is too short, it'll be a lot harder. So you want something a little bit longer. You can use things like wooden spoons, but it will be harder. I cario ymlaen practisio a wneud hyn well, gei di trio pethau fel hyn. To keep practicing and improve your skills, you can do things like this. Gei di balansio tra dach yn cerdded. You can balance while walking. Gei di trio llefryd arall ar dy corff. You can try other places on your body. Elbows are good. The back of your hand. You can even try your chin. I wouldn't recommend your nose, because if anything slips, it'll go into your eye. Paid â balansio wbath ti'n gallu torri os ti'n dropio fo. I wouldn't balance things that you can break if you drop them. A paid â balansio pethau sy'n gallu brifo chdi os maen nhw disgyn. Also, don't balance things that'll hurt you if they fall. Gobeithio nes ti mwynhau, a diolch am gwylio. Really hope you enjoyed that, and thank you for watching.
Hello and welcome! Croeso i'r section juggler hetiau. So in this section we're going to look at the different ways that you can throw, catch and juggle a hat. Alright, so where we're going to start is a simple throw. Now I think the best grip is to hold a hat like this with your thumb right in the middle. So y peth cyntaf da ni angen ddysgu yw sut I taflu y hat, ac y ffordd gorau yn marn I yw rhoi dy bawd reit yn y canol o dy bysedd a practisio'r flick bach yma. So the aim is to get a nice straight throw and catch like this. So dwi'n trio taflu a catch fo yn syth fel hyn. Os mae fy mawd ychydig bach i'r ochr, so if you can see my thumb is a little bit to the side, the hat will spin, this is a lot harder to control. So mae hwn yn lot mwy anodd. Now mae hwn yn gweithio efo bron iawn pob dim hat. So this principle works with most hats, but the more stiff a hat is, or the harder it is, the more easy. So os oes a hat yn dipyn bach yn hyblyg, mae'n mwy anodd, ond mae'n ddal yn gweithio. Ooh. So I really recommend that you train this on both hands. Dwi'n really recommendio treinio hwn efo'r ddwy ddwylo, oherwydd mae'n just neud ddysgu tricia llwyth mwy hawdd os yn treinio y ddau law. So this is made much easier in the long run if you train both of your hands. I can't stress this enough. So then, once we've got the hang of that, we can start looking at different ways that we can apply this. For instance, I can place the hat on my elbow, and with a little pop, whoops, let's try again. With a little pop, I can create a new throw, like this. Cool, so yn defnyddio be da ni'n ddysgu, da ni'n gallu edrych ar tricio wahanol, fel rhoi fo fama, a rhoi pop, a catch fo. So the principle is the same. I'm going to throw it up, and I'm really going to try and catch the rim, just like this. So felly, y principal yw yr un peth, gesio taflu fo, a catcho fo ar y rim fel hyn. Cool, let's try another one. So from here, the hat can go down to my foot, and I can flick it back up. Felly mae'n bosib wneud y tric yma o hula ar y corff. Dwi'n gallu rhoi ar fy nhroed, a lechfo nôl I fyny. There's another way. I can throw it under my leg and catch it like this. I can even throw it under my leg and catch it on my foot. Mae 'na lwyth o possibilities. Fel rhoi fo ar y troed, lecho fo o dan y coes, ac hyd yn oed, ti'n gallu lecho fo o dan y coes a catch fo ar dy droed, fel hyn. The main piece of advice I can give you is be ready to drop. Drops happen, and it's part of the process. If you have the ability to drop and try again, you will achieve amazing tricks. Yr unig peth dwi eisiau dweud yw byddwch yn barod I dropio. Mae'n ddigwydd I pawb, ond os wyt ti'n gallu parhau a trio eto, newch chi gael y tricio anodd. Gobeithio da chi'n cael hwyl. I just hope you have loads of fun with this.
I'm Mzima from CircoPyro Youth Circus, and today I'm going to be showing you how to spin a toothbrush. Enw fi di Mzima o CircoPyro Youth Circus. Heddiw dwi am dysgu chi sut I trochi brwsh dannedd. For this trick, all you're going to need is a toothbrush and a finger. Oll fyddwch chi angen ydi brwsh dannedd a bys. Firstly, I'm going to show you the trick in action. Yn gyntaf, dwi am dangos I chi be ydi'r trick. So preferably your toothbrush should be a little bit heavier on one end and a bit old so that its bristles can grip to your finger. Hefyd mae gael brwsh sydd ychydig bach mwy drwm ar un ochr yn helpu, a os mae'n mwy hen byddai'r bristles wedi mynd lawr chydig a bydd yn helpu gripio i'ch bys. Now for some reason if you wet your finger it will make it spin better, so dip it in some water. Mae'r trick yma yn gweithio well os da chi efo bys gwlyb, felly wnewch hynna. To start this off, I'm going to put thumbs up on my preferable hand and stick out my finger. Now I'm going to take the toothbrush and put it bristles away from me, about here. Now that your finger's wet and you have the right position, start spinning. Now this will take a few goes, But eventually you will get it and it'll be really, really smooth. Felly rhowch eich bawd I fyny, eich bys allan, brwsh dannedd efo'r bristles yn gwynebu oddi wrthoch chi. Rhowch o tua fanna a troellwch. Ne. Peidiwch yn mynd rhy gyflym neu neith o wneud hynna. Of course, pan ydych chi'n gwneud hyn, byddwch yn ymwybodol o beth sy'n o gwmpas chi ac paid na wneud o wrth ymyl rhywbeth sy'n mynd I disgyn yn hawdd neu wrth ymyl y toilet. Hynna, lle da iawn I practisio ydy yn yr bathroom pan ydych chi yn wneud eich dannedd. Few tips about your toothbrush. Always ask permission if it's not yours and don't do it when the toilet lid's open. And wash it after you're done. Os ddim chi bia'r brwsh dannedd, cofiwch gofyn caniatad cyn I chi defnyddio fo. Ac ar ôl I chi defnyddio fo, cofiwch gwelchu fo yn iawn. Also, the more you practice, of course, the better it's going to get and the smoother. So I recommend doing this whenever you can and also when you brush your teeth. Byddwch chi ddim yn gael hyn y tro gyntaf, ond os ydych chi'n gael yn da, triwch 2. Once you get good, you can do it 2 at once. Un royal arall ydy cofiwch cael hwyl ac aroswch yn saff. But there is one more and very important rule. Have fun, stay hydrated and stay safe.
Hello Llangollen Fringe, really nice to be with you. My name's Tam Dwi or CircoPyro, and my favourite prop is the hula hoop. Dwi'n hoffi hula hoop. And I'm going to show you some tricks. But first, we need to go outside. Dewch, allan. Helo! Yn gyntaf, clear a space. Cliriwch o gwmpas. That's better. Nesa, empty your pockets. A gweigiwch eich pocedau. Particularly anything sharp or bulky. And take off any clothes that are flappy or bulky. And then you're ready. Barod. Rwyf wedi creu hein o pibellau dŵr. So I made these out of old water pipe and decorated them with tape. Ac ei ardduno gyda tap. The ideal size for a beginner to learn to hula hoop is up to your belly button. Cael yw'r hwp ddod a'ch eich bottom ball. And that's why parents can't usually hula hoop with their children's hoops. And don't forget, before you start, a sbïwch tu nôl eich chi. Don't forget to look behind you. Barod. So, to start, hold the hoop on your back.
Felly, I cychwyn, daliwch yr hwb ar eich cefn.
Take your hand and use it like a paddle and press the hoop onto your tummy.
Rwch eich llaw ar eich bol.
And then move forwards and backwards.
Symudwch yn ôl ac ymlaen.
Try turning the way your hoop is spinning.
Triwch troi yr un ffordd â'ch hwb.
Take little steps at first
Triwch camau bach yn gyntaf.
and then try and go round in one.
Yna, trewch mewn un symudiad mawr.
If you try to go the other way, you'll find it's much harder.
Os da chi'n trio mynd y ffordd arall, byddwch chi'n gweld mae llawer mwy anodd.
If you go faster, the hoop rises.
Os da chi'n mynd mwy sydyn, bydd yr hwp yn codi.
If you miss a beat, the hoop goes lower.
Os da chi'n methu curiad, bydd yr hwp yn mynd lawr.
Triwch cerdded. Try walking. Mae'n ddoniol. To spin a hoop on your arm, stick your arm out like a scarecrow.
I troi chi fo ar eich braich. Gafiliwch o fel hyn.
Grab the hoop with your finger pointing down
Pwydiwch eich bys ac gwthiwch i lawr.
and push. To stop, stick your thumb out, bring your arm in and grab. Try this with two.
Triwch hyn gyda dau.
To spin on your hand, stick your thumb out like this.
Ei troi chi ar eich llaw, rhowch eich balc i fyny fel hyn.
Use your other hand to change direction.
I troi gyfeiriad, defnyddiwch eich llaw arall.
To spin the hoop above your head,
Ei troi chi'r hwp ar ben eich pen.
stick your thumb out like this.
Rhowch eich llaw trwy'r hwp a rhowch eich balc i fyny.
Put your hand through the hoop
A laswch o ar draws eich corff ac i fyny.
and swing it the way that your thumb is pointing. Ta-da! And now you're ready to play.
A rwan, da chi'n barod i chwarae.